We love Arsenal. Oh yes. We are Arsenal. No mercy. We're Arsenal. Forever. We are Arsenal. Road to Wembley. We love Arsenal.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FTV Sports reaction to the great game that was Arsenal versus Spurs, North London derby. So let's just get straight into it, boys. Tell me how you're feeling. Lee, let's go with you.
Fucking amazing, mate. Absolutely. It was like beyond, like the last few minutes were a bit nervy, like, but apart from that, it was amazing. It was a good result, thoroughly deserved, I think.
Absolutely agreed. As what about you? How are you feeling?
Mate, I'm absolutely buzzing after that. Do you know what I mean? I was actually waiting 15 minutes before we even went live. You know what I mean? I just waiting to get on. I was watching the reaction show of the Arsenal and on the Spurs guys, and then none of them had hardly anything to say.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, listen, I think we started off a little negative, with the Aubameyang issue and things like that. But I think those things happen. But I think we've done our business on the pitch. That's the main thing. I think everybody was excellent today. Gabriel, Taney, I think everybody played their part. I think I mean, you can't deny it. A goal was good, but these things happen. But it was just how we reacted to it. We didn't feel like, that was it. That ain't gonna be our day because of the amount of chances we created in the beginning. But I think the way we got that goal and the way we went on, I think that was brilliant. That was one of the best performances I've seen. So yeah.
How about you, Nick?
Don't even know why we're so excited, lads. It's Tottenham. You know what I mean? Come on, man. They're still celebrating their win last. When was it? October? Did the DVD come out or something? I don't know. Like I say,
Probably the Audi Cup again, ain't it?
It's Tottenham, man.
It's Tottenham.
I expect the 3 points. I'm not being cocky. No, jokes aside. Jokes aside. Yeah, I was actually impressed with the way we played. I thought we played really, really well. What I would say, them last 10 minutes, man.
Oh.
My heart was like,
yeah, agreed.
When they got free kick after free kick after free kick, I was like,
if you can tell me what happened in them last 10 minutes when they went down to 10 men and we just decided we couldn't keep the ball, we couldn't do nothing. I was fuming, man. Things were getting trashed, everything.
Fair enough. Well, my reaction to it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was mixed emotions because when they scored the first goal, lads, you saw in the group chat, I was fuming. I think that's the most pissed off I've been all season. And that's purely because we were so good. Like, we were so good. I was like, we can't lose. I started having bad thoughts. It's like a nightmare. I was like, oh, we're going to lose this game. But we played so well to the man. I have to say, every single player on that pitch was outstanding. The effort, the attitude, the link-up play, the running back when we lost the ball, just how assertive we were, And when I saw the team selection, that's my next question for you guys, I was a bit nervous. I was like, what? Hold on, wait a minute. No, Oba, are you crazy? This is the second most important game after Thursday, and you're not playing our club captain. This isn't the time for your pettiness, Arteta. But he proved me wrong. Listen, he started to make me believe. So what about the team selection, Lee? What do you think about it?
To be honest, I was glad Bellerin weren't fucking playing because to me he's absolute dog shit. Cedric had an awesome game, in all honesty. He honestly deserved that goal when it hit the post. But other than that, I mean, Uber, he's been in and out of form. Yes, he's scored a few goals in the last few games, but for me, it's like Laka was in form at the start of the season, and then all of a sudden it sort of changed. For me, it's a difficult one because when Laka's in form, and obviously like Uber isn't, it's like it's a massive change around. Does that make sense? Like, do you know what I mean? So like, you take out an informed player like Laka, like he did the same last season, I believe. Whereas like he was in form, he was scoring goals, and then all of a sudden he's ditched straight to the bench again for Uber, and it's like, well, why are you doing that for an informed player? Like, do you know what I mean? So, but other than that, I think the team selection was spot on. Tierney had a great game, and for once, and
Revelation.
this is for once, the one time only, probably really. Xhaka actually had a decent game. He didn't actually.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. He's been decent.
I don't rate him. I just don't rate him as easy. He don't deserve the badge for me.
Wow, strong words.
Yeah.
Okay. Az, what do you think? Where you at with the team selection? You happy?
Do you know what? I just want to say how refreshing it is to see a right back who can actually cross the ball, who can make runs. You know, it just is so refreshing to see our attacking side like that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I think it was yesterday when we were doing the show when I said since the ACL, Bellerin, he's lost so much pace, or it's like he's afraid to run anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so good to see Cedric. But do you know what? The more games he's getting, the better he's becoming. And with better players, he's becoming better. I mean, you watch him for Portugal when he's playing with all the Portuguese players. He looks like he's very really good drilled in. He's you know, so when he's playing with good players and players around him, you know, we're really good. I mean, I did think it was a bit harsh on the what Lee said about Xhaka, but I'm just glad he didn't make a mistake.
I think it was a bit harsh too.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just glad he didn't make a mistake. Do you know what? With the team lineup, yeah, obviously I would have had Abba in there, but obviously things like that happen. But you know what? I think we had a strong enough team to win that game. You know, we didn't have to be afraid of Tottenham. Yeah, I mean, I'm like absolutely buzzing from the victory. It's not just about just because it was Tottenham. Yeah, it was just because it was Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? But I think everybody from, like I said, from our centre backs, you know, everybody was drilled in. Everybody knew what they were going in for. This is why I believe, like, it might be a bit controversial, why I believe Arteta is the guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Is the guy. I do believe very much. He just needs his players. I'm telling you, we've got a way of playing. We just only beating ourselves. That's all it is. We take those mistakes out. You tell me how many points we would have got in certain games that we should have actually won in if we hadn't made mistakes. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to put a damper on it. Listen, I'm absolutely buzzing with the victory. I think the lineup was good. And I think we need to make Martin Odegaard's loan a permanent. I think he's settled in so quickly, so nicely. He's fitted in this team. And I think he'll be a good buy. If we could take him for cheap, 30-40 million pounds, I'll take him.
That's not cheap, but I hear you. What about you, Nick? What do you think?
You know what? Jokes aside, I think Aubameyang would have probably got something in that first half because of the way we were attacking and that. Although Lacazette's deserved the run anyway. So you know, when you look at it, I think Pepe's deserved a run in the team as well.
Does anyone know why Saka came off, or do you know?
I don't know. I just think, you know what, he's literally carried us all season. I'm not gonna
play a lot of games as well.
You know what I mean. What I would say, my one point, you know. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You cut off for a bit.
Sorry, man. What I would say was the last 10 minutes when we went down to 10 men. They went down to 10 men. Sorry. That's why I think maybe Arteta messed it up a bit. There were too many substitutions for me. And we lost our rhythm, bringing off Smith Rowe. I thought Smith Rowe had a great game. He brought him off, and then Laka come off, and it was like... And this is where I think it maybe was a little bit of inexperience on Arteta's point there, yeah? That was my only point. My only problem with today was them last 10, 15 minutes, because I think we just gave them the initiative. Smith Rowe linked everything today. I don't really want to see him on the left. I want to see him central. You know,
he's growing as a player. He's growing as a player.
I think we got a young Jack Grealish there. You know, Odegaard's very similar to Ozil. For me, I've said this ages ago on here. I like a winger. I like a winger that's got pace and goes at man. I like Pepe. Yeah, I liked Willian when he was at Chelsea, but if we take the Chelsea thing away, don't know whether he deserved to start. Laka Furuba, some games you need that link-up play. So, yeah, I said it. I just thought there were too many subs in the last 15 minutes and we lost all rhythm. But apart from that, hey, we beat Tottenham, man. Who cares? Not that that's a thing to be proud of, to be fair, because they don't win nothing. But they were right.
We'll definitely take that. So my next question for you guys: who would be your man of the match? Because for me, I think it has to be Smith Rowe, even though he was short. But this is an unpopular opinion, but I would rather Smith Rowe at number 10 other than Odegaard, because I think he has made it. This is probably his best game today. I'll give him that. It was probably his best game in the Arsenal shirt today. I think he linked up play really, really well. But what Smith Rowe does is he boosts the speed of the team. I don't know if you guys noticed. He accelerates everything. He just makes things just tick so much nicer. And he doesn't dwell on the ball. My criticism of Odegaard has been, since he's been here, is he takes 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches. Today it was a lot faster. I like that rhythm, because it helps unsettle defenses, especially when Tottenham was so negative today, because they were really, really negative today. I thought this is a typical Mourinho performance. When he got the goal, I was like, oh no, what's going on here? But I think it backfired on him today, because they were far too negative. You saw when they were willing to come at us, how the game changed, and the game management by Arsenal in the final 10 minutes was absolutely shocking. But next question, who was the man of the match for you? Lee, go.
I'm probably in agreement with yourself, to be honest with you. I had a great game. The same with yourself. I'd rather see him in the centre of the pitch. It's the same as like I'd rather have Pepe out on the left instead of the right. I do believe, like, with regards to sort of like Odegaard, he has been sort of like been put in there, but that's then sort of like shifted Smith Rowe out onto the left, which is a shame really, because what Smith Rowe was actually doing at the start of the season was, well, not start of the season, but after the Chelsea game, was he was actually making things creative within that centre. Whereas I don't see Odegaard really doing that sort of like thing. I prefer to see Odegaard probably out on the wing. I'm not sure which one though, to be honest with you, because I'm not sure how much of a winger he is, but he can play all the way across though. So for me, it's down to obviously Arteta, and that's something we can't control. So
absolutely. As what you said, who's your man in the match?
I don't know to choose, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I think they were all great. I think Taney was good. I think Gabriel was good. Well, I didn't even see Harry Kane. Was Harry Kane playing today? Was Harry Kane playing?
I don't think he was playing today.
I think he'll be getting emptied out by Gabriel's pockets later on, I think. But I didn't see him. The only time I saw him when he took that free kick. You know what I mean?
Still missing.
He probably still is missing. He probably found, you know what I mean? Like, look, he grew up sporting Arsenal, innit? So he's probably in the back there anyway, just saying to them that, listen.
He's in his pocket, that's where he is.
Yeah, that's where he probably is. But nah, I mean, look, we can name so many, you know what I mean? I would probably say Emil Smith, I think he had a great game as well, but I'll probably give it to Taney. I think Taney, what did he do?
Yeah.
I mean, Taney, he what? Hold on, how much did Gareth Bale cost Real Madrid? Do you know what I mean? I think Taney ripped the left side up today. I think Bale couldn't hack him. Fake Guna couldn't hack him. Do you know what I mean? So all these people, do you know what I mean? Like saying that Taney is not the best left back in the Premier League. You know, they must be smoking some real budge. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know who else is there. Do you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, I would give mine to Taney, to be honest. But Emil Smith, that shot, man, I wish that went in. If that went in, I wish that went in
too, bro. I was like,
that would have been scenes. You know that if that would have went in, man. But you know what? I'll give it to Taney. I think, but overall, I think there was a great team performance. Do you know what I mean?
Great team.
So,
what about you, Nick?
I'm same as that. Smith Rowe run it, but Tierney, man, if he ain't the best left back in the Premiership right now, I don't know, man. I thought it was amazing.
Easily best left back in the Premiership. That's what I'm going to say.
He's man of the match.
Fair enough. So,
but
yeah, go on. You're cutting out a bit.
No, that's it. I thought
well, he was supposed to say it's only Spurs, you know.
It's only Spurs. Okay, so
well, it is, man. It is. Come on. Listen, boys. Can I just say one thing, right?
Yeah, go on.
It's only Tottenham. It's
It's
only
only
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
I know it's their cup final, but it is only Tottenham.
North London is red.
You know,
Hey.
there's a I keep hearing about this gap. People keep banging on it. All these Tottenham fans keep banging on about this gap, and I'm like, what gap, man?
What gap?
You can be 20
Mind the
points
gap.
clear.
What, you
There's
mean the
a
4
far
points?
superior gap. So I'm not. Come on, boys. Let's be honest. It's no biggie. It's beating Tottenham, and I'll
It's
leave it
being
there.
Tottenham. So let's hear it from the Spurs boys. What are you guys saying? How are you feeling? Tell me, does it hurt as much as I think it hurts?
Late turner.
Marlon, you want to go first? Can I?
Yeah,
go
even
first?
though I weren't gonna turn up, I'm in a mess right now. I think we need. You know what? Fair dues.
Thanks for having me, Travis. And,
Mourinho needs to
respond.
go. Mourinho needs to go. That wasn't even the best Arsenal team I've seen. That was not even a great team, and he just made you look
That's
like
it.
you're so good. They sat back. Oh, I don't know. Lucky I turned up today. I'm not gonna lie. I've had enough. He needs to go.
I think if I could just say a couple things, I think I'm
Go for it.
definitely
Break it
one
down.
of those people who is smoking budge about Tierney being the best left back in the Premier League. What we've got there is we've got Matt Doherty, who the only thing good about Matt Doherty is his bloody hairline, if I could just say so myself. And he was absolutely atrocious. If that's the yardstick that we're going to be working with today to determine how good Tierney is in the league, then, you know, I don't know what to say about that. Look, the fair play, you guys won. Tottenham were absolutely woeful today. I blame Jose Mourinho. From when we saw the starting lineup, Doherty up against Tierney and that what's his name? That your lad there, the one that you called man of the match. Of course, Smith Rowe. They had him in his pocket all day long. And I think it was a poor tactical decision by Mourinho. But you know what? Fair play to you. You played us off the park. You guys were definitely more up for it. I think one thing that was clear, Spurs saw it as another game, and the Gooners saw it as a little bit of a cup final. I'm not saying
hold on.
No. We play cup
but that's what it
finals.
was.
We play cup finals. We know all about cup finals. You boys don't. So I don't think you can even.
And we win them as well.
Well, you guys were really up for it. Do you know what I mean? And you could tell that Spurs weren't. Let's be real. Spurs were flat today. We didn't even give you a game. And so fair play to you. You guys turned up and you did the job. You know, the penalty at the end, Lacazette, that finish by him, you know, in terms of swiping the ball, that's exactly what I think of him on a normal day. But, you know, he got the rub of the green and he scored. So, yeah. Arsenal,
Can I just say one thing, though, with that?
Yeah,
about the penalty. Do you know something? I'll say this. Any other place on the pitch, that's going for a free kick, right?
True.
David Luiz kind of done the same thing when he clipped the plan. He went for a penalty. I'm with you. I thought it's harsh, but I see it. But what I would say, if we're going down that VAR sort of route, what's his name? Lamela. He come on with attitude. He grabbed Xhaka by the throat. He's kicked out of Luiz.
That's how he plays, though. Yeah, he's a walking card.
He's dirty.
And I don't. And this is what I'm saying. It evens itself up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now with Tottenham, and I hate to say this, you lot were the last 10 minutes you battered us. Why aren't you going for that from the start?
That's how he plays. He needs to go. He needs to go.
Let's move it on to my next question then.
If you take that into your cup final, the one that, you know, your first one in how many years? I can't remember. Jokes aside, if you play the way you played in the last 10 minutes, you've got a chance. If you go with the way you've done the first, 80 minutes, then no, man. Do you know? I don't understand that. Loving football, I don't get why you would sit back and just take it. But it obviously works for him. You lot know that better than what I would.
Yeah,
I think he tried to park the bus today, though. That's the problem. Like, do you know what I mean? He tried to park the bus.
He parks the bus against any team that looks decent. He's shocking, mate. He's shocking.
You know what? When I saw that, when I saw that, the game, I think, was determined in the first 10 minutes. The way they started playing, it's just like they didn't want to attack. I mean, normally you see Spurs previous game against Crystal Palace. You see him at the previous games, and they're like attack. And I'm not quite sure. I mean, I would have thought Jose Mourinho coming to the Emirates, all he wants going to do is say, do you know what? When I saw Bale, I saw Son, I saw Kane. All these guys. I thought, do you know what? He's going to attack. He's going to say, do you know what?
As well. That's a good
He's going to go for it. But the fact that you didn't have your first shot till about the 25th minute, or when you scored your goal, I think it was. That's the first time the ball went into the box. When I saw that, I thought, you know what? He's just coming to say, let the pressure come, and then we got the pace to get him on the break, and then we'll, get a goal out of it. But I think it backfired on him today. I think his tactics. I think Arteta outsmarted Mourinho today. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was mind games and things, I think. Do you know what we showed we can beat Spurs or beat anybody with a weaker lineup.
I'm going to publicly say that I prefer Arteta to Jose Mourinho.
Oh, that's a bold statement there.
No, I'm gonna say it live and direct right now today. I prefer Arteta to Jose because you could see with your players there was a game plan, there was a pattern of play, and they were motivated for the game. Let's be real. There isn't really much to play for, too much to, but you were motivated to play the game. Spurs looked clueless. Jose looked clueless. And we were not how can you not be motivated for a North London derby?
With no fans. With no fans.
I mean, it's crazy. And I'm watching that game and I'm sending messages to the lads saying, we're going to lose this game. You should have been, and I haven't heard anyone say this, you should have been 3-1 up first half. You hit the bar. Correct. You hit the post. Great. Come on, that's the truth. We were lucky to go in 1-0.
Absolutely. And this is what I was saying to the boys in our Arsenal group chat. I was fuming when you guys scored. It was a beautiful goal, by the way. I'm not biased. I'll say it was an absolutely stunning goal. Can't stand him, a dirty cheat, but it was a beautiful goal. And when that went in, I said to myself, how are we losing this game? Because we dominated you. And after the game was finished, my work colleague, he messaged me and said, you deserved it. That's what he said. Didn't want to message me any other things. Cussed him a little bit more, cussed him bad. He said, you deserved it. And he left it there. And I felt today there was a gap. There was a gap in the management style, not in the players, because if you go player for player, I still questionable who's got the better squad. But the management side of things today was telling. You saw, like you said, the pattern of play, the way we asserted our game. We didn't try and curtain our tail to how you guys play. We said we're going to play our game. We're going to keep playing from the back. We're going to keep trying to overload the left side and try and get some goals. And we deserved it today. And I think we were rewarded for being positive. So my next question is, who is under more pressure now? Is it Arteta or is it Jose Mourinho going forward?
Mourinho's always been under pressure. His style of play, if you go on any Spurs forum or blog, the majority of fans want him gone. He's just, if he wins a trophy, it's good. But I don't like the style of play. I don't even like what we've been doing this season. The last 3 games, we've looked all right. But then when we come up against Arsenal again, we're sitting back. What's the point? If he wins a trophy, good. If not, he needs to go anyway. I've had enough of him.
But Travis, remember yesterday we had this conversation and you asked the same question, and I said to you, Mourinho is definitely under more pressure. Mourinho didn't come to Spurs, do you know what I mean, to get me the Champions League every year. Mourinho's come in only for one thing, which is put a trophy in the cabinet. Do you know what I mean? Put a trophy in the cabinet because there's fucking potatoes growing in there. Do you know what I mean? That's all. That's the only reason why Mourinho has been bought in. You ain't gonna pay someone £15 million a year to say, do you know what? Just get us up in the Champions League. Get us playing good football. Do you know what I mean? So this is why I didn't say the whole Arteta thing is based on today's game. Obviously, I'm gonna give Arteta, this year and possibly next year to see how well we're progressing. But Mourinho, definitely. I think a lot of the fans that are Spurs fans that I know are not interested in Mourinho. They've got him in because, he's got a good CV. That's all it is. He's backed on a big CV. That's why he can demand big money. Do you know what I mean? But he's got a good bunch of players at Spurs. I'm not going to hold my hands up. There's some good players at Spurs. But if he loses that cup final he's in, which I probably think they will because City are unstoppable at the moment. If they do, I think that'll probably be curtains for Mourinho, to be honest with you. I think they're going to leave him till the final at the end of the season. And then I think that'll be curtains. He'll get another payout and he'll be gone. Simple.
But what about if Arteta loses Europa?
Do
you know what I mean? Because if Arteta loses Europa and we finish 10th, that's not good enough in my eyes. We are
agreed. I said this yesterday.
Top club, and finishing 10th and not getting any trophy or competing in the Tin Pot Cup, as I like to call it, because it is a Tin Pot Cup. If we don't win the Europa League or at least get to the final, for me, Arteta, get gone.
So, question: if you finish 10th and win Europa, would you be happy?
Yes, Champions League football.
Champions League football.
No, trophy. I just have to be happy with trophy.
Do you know what? Let me ask you a question as well, Lee and Travis, and you Spurs boys can jump in this as well. Like, look at the squad that we have at the moment, and look at where we are. Would you? Yeah, fine. Look, I would love to win the Europa, but would you take the Europa and go into the Champions League with the squad that we've got now?
I don't think.
Would you think that's a good move for Arteta to be in? To be honest with you.
To be honest, I mean, it's Champions League money.
That's it.
That's a good point.
We can also get in Champions League quality with that money. Do you know what I mean? If we finish 10th and don't qualify for Europe at all, we're getting nobody. That's my point.
That's true. I agree.
Well, it looks like. I mean, I totally agree. And the thing is, after losing today, we find ourselves in the same boat. Basically, we got the Europa League because the McDonald's Cup, and I think what you say it best, actually, the Tin Cup, you know what I mean, that nobody cares about. That's already gone to Man City. So there's no point us wasting our time. After the disgrace that I saw today, we've got no chance in hell, and I predict publicly that we'll probably get spanked 5-0. So that means so one of us is going to hopefully win that cup or not. But either way, I think we just need to call a spade a spade. The season's been absolutely rubbish for both clubs. And I think a bit harsh on Arteta, though, to be fair. I think now, with the young lads you've got in, Saka's really come to the fore. That Odegaard, he's a quality player. Smith Rowe. I think with those three, going into next season, I think you can definitely mount a challenge. You need to sort out you need a centre-back for Gabriel. I think Cedric was made to look like Danny Alves today. Crying out loud. Cedric of Southampton. I can't believe it.
And he was free.
You know, he's not good enough. But then look at what we got. You know, anyway. So yeah, it's sad. And I think
to be honest, I actually rate Cedric. I think he's actually really good.
Better than Bellerin, I'll tell you that now.
Bellerin. Do you know what I mean? Let's get rid of Bellerin. Let's get 20-30 million for that idiot, and then just cash in and get something like. I don't know. I honestly believe we need a sort of like another midfielder. Not sure where. I'd probably because it's hard because obviously you've got Partey, but like you need somebody to be able to sort of like replace him, come in because Al Neni clearly is not good enough. Yes, he scores a cracking goal every now and again. But he's not good enough to back up Partey, like, do you know what I mean? So for me, we need to invest that money in getting other midfielders to back up Partey.
Yeah.
So next question for you guys here. So we are where we are. Like we said, both of the North London has been terrible for both clubs. It's been an awful season. What does a good season look like for us now? Realistically, I think for Arsenal, Europa League or bust. And I'm with Lee 100%. If he doesn't win the Europa League, you need to get him the hell out of the club. We need to start. Arteta, he needs to go. He needs to go. Reason being, you can't be any major club and put up with mediocrity and go from 9th to 10th the following season and expect to keep your job. That don't make sense. Imagine that in my company, I underperform and they just say, yeah, keep going. And then they say, no, you need to get the hell out of the job, whatever. So I'm expecting a cup or nothing for Arteta, but there has been progression since December and I like the way we've played. And I feel like we can honestly, I haven't felt this in a long time. I know we have our wobbles, but I feel like we could beat anyone. We can literally beat anyone. And we should keep that going. With the young core that we have, let's see if we can build from it. But what does a good season look like for us? Hopefully we just win something. But it's going to be hard to see like if we can maintain it because this Premier League season has been the weirdest Premier League season, I think, on record with no home advantage. No fans has just changed everything.
Travis,
Liverpool. Yeah, go on.
Would you be happy, say, for example, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but let's say, for example, like we finished sort of like 7th, for example. It's not great still. we don't win the Europa Cup, but we get to like the semi or the final, would you be happy to keep Arteta then?
Hell no. He needs to win it or get the hell out of the club. Listen,
Okay.
we need to be like Chelsea, like all the winners, all the major clubs, right? They did not put up with mediocrity. We can't just keep saying he's rebuilding. This isn't Championship manager. You don't get to trial out Arsenal and see if it works out or not. And then, it needs to be like a Mourinho. If Mourinho doesn't, please believe, and this is a question for the Spurs boys, if Mourinho doesn't win anything, do you think he'll be sacked at Spurs?
Hell yes. 100%.
I don't know.
If Mourinho doesn't give us the McDonald's Cup and the Europa League, he should be gone. Before today's game, I was hoping for a top 4 finish. Now, I don't even give a damn if we finish 13th or 14th.
Same with me. I don't care no more.
Europa League.
I don't care.
McDonald's Cup. If we don't, it's even worse. Right now, I've asked to do the job on a no-win, no-fee basis. Right, so we ain't got to worry about costs because it's absolute disgrace. Now, and also with what you've been saying about the footballing league and the mediocrity of it, I would rather watch the J League right now than watch some of the games in the Prem.
Wow.
Yeah? I'd rather watch Hiroshima, one of them teams, Osaka, than watch Spurs because that was not Premiership football.
That was what about you, Az? What about you, Az?
You know what?
I gave up. He needs to go. I don't even want to win nothing. I want him gone. I just want some more bad results. The fans to lose their mind. Levy gets under pressure, even though he loves him off, and he just needs to go. Enough. That was bad today. Didn't even try. We didn't even try.
Spurs were shit.
They were bad. What you said, Az? Also a good season for us now. What do you think?
Listen, I mean, look, as fans, right? We can scream and shout, to get him out, to get a new manager in, but it all starts at the top, innit? Look, we've had chances to sign to have good managers when Wenger was leaving. Let's not forget that when Wenger was leaving, we were linked to every manager under the sun. But will our board pay for it? Of course they won't. They had Mourinho, the option they had available. They had Allegri, apparently, having an interview, and all he said was, he goes, listen, I want the structured my way. Can you accommodate that to me? They said to him, no. He walked out. So for us, being realistic, yes, okay, fine. We're under some sort of, transition, you can say, but I don't want to become that club where I'm constantly changing. A next manager can come in. He might not fancy a couple of these players and they get shipped out. We bring new club in. We'll face the same sort of thing. And then we want to get him out.
It worked for
I
Chelsea.
personally think, do you know what? That's because
Has
Chelsea throw money. Chelsea throw money at managers. It's very easy. You give Arteta £300 million and you're telling me he ain't going to go out and buy these players that Chelsea did? Do you know what I mean? Look, we have to be realistic. Emery was there. After Emery left, what did Emery say? The board did not back me. They said, we have no money. I can only loan players. Fair enough. I'll hold my hands up and say, do you know what? Okay, cool. Arteta coming into his first job, luxury job, Arsenal job, you know what I mean? But you know what? I see massive improvements under Arteta. I think he sorted the back line out. We had a real bad core in our dressing room. He got rid of a lot of deadwood, whether we paid him out or we not.
Well.
We got rid of players. We got rid of a lot of bad apples in that dressing room. Do you know what I mean?
We've got lost, though, as you know what I mean.
Do you know what? But that's the thing. But you know the thing is, look, we've lost that money. We've made a loss of £43 million. Do you know what I mean? We took a loan out. The owner took a £110 million loan out. How are we gonna sign players in the summer? That's what I'm looking at. Is he really going to invest that money? Now, is he really going? If we lose, let's just say we get to the final and we lose the Europa League and we finish say 7th, in the league. Now, would I sack Arteta? Of course I wouldn't. I wouldn't sack him. Who's out there that's going to come in? Who's going to take a £6 million job instead of a £15 million job to come into this club? Who's better than Arteta out there right now that would come into this Arsenal team? This is why I'm saying to you, Arteta is probably the best man for the job. I'm not saying to him, that's it. He is the person. They'll know more. We have to back him in the summer, see where we go. If there's no progression, then I'll be the first to say, do you know what? We need to get him out. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of the FA Cup have papered over a lot of cracks for him. I'll be the first to say it. Yeah. the fans not being in the stadium has kept Arteta in his job. I'll be the first to say that too. Yeah,
Agreed.
that is it. But my only thing is Arteta didn't, come in and then we all thought he's going to do an amazing job. Of course he wasn't. First time in a row, let him play around with the squad. He got rid of players that wouldn't want to play. And one thing I do like about Arteta is he doesn't take shit from no one. Do you know what I mean? We want you there.
Well,
you have to be on time. You have to do this. You know what? I was a big fan of Guendouzi until he got shipped out. Do you know what I mean? I thought, do you know what? He's probably one of our better than the bad bunch that we had.
He's still a baller.
This is the
kind of.
But Arsene Wenger was too soft with his players. You know what I mean? No matter what was going on, it doesn't matter. Ozil was playing every game. Do you know what I mean? Emery came in, he had that little language barrier, language situation or whatever it was, but he lost the dressing room and he could not get it back. Arteta's come in and said, listen, you want to play for this club? You show me you want to play for this club. If you don't want to play for this club, you'll be the first one out the door. We haven't had that. Do you know that? We have not had that. And I think that's one thing I do rate about him. And to be honest with you, if we win the Europa League, I'll absolutely love it. That's where our season's riding on. But let's not forget either, we're only 4 points or 5 points off top 6. Do you know what I mean? Wow. There's 9 games to go, Do you know? Who says we can't get top 6?
4 points ahead of us now.
Exactly. So who says we cannot finish in the top 6 or finish it, or we can challenge for Europe again? Who says we cannot do it? Do you know what I mean? So
it's a strange
for me, I personally think, you have to take a lot of consideration. As fans, we can scream and shout saying he's not good enough, but you got to think about the people that are going to be throwing money at the manager. Are they willing or are they serious enough about this club to throw money at Allegri, or do one of those dirty ones, go to maybe someone like Leicester and say, you know what, give us Brendan Rodgers, or throwing names out. But have they got the balls to do it? I don't think so. Easy fix, Arteta. He's done a good job. He sorted the back line out. He sorted, some of the players out, and we have to give him this summer and at least next season. And if he still doesn't improve, then of course, I'm all down for a new manager.
Okay, so lads, final takeaways from this game. I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. North London's red. It doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. We're still 10th, but I enjoyed every single minute of that. I loved it. And the best thing was we dented the top 4 chances of our rivals. Take that. We demoralized them. I could see it in their eyes when they left that pitch. They're like, I can't take it. We have to we got to go. I love that. And the final thing is, I saw Mourinho. Did you see him the whole game?
Yeah, he was like that all game. Like what?
He was distraught. Okay, guys, what are your final takeaways?
For me, great performance, great win. Suck it up, Yids. And the way that we've got to do is just continue each game going forward. Continue how we played today, and especially how we played against Leicester. Benfica was a dodge game. I thought we played okay. Weren't great. But you can see that we can get results, and we're actually really good. We're actually a good side. We're actually a good footballing side. It's just these stupid mistakes that we're making. Like I put in the Arsenal chat, it's sort of like sometimes it's dilly-dally football. It's like passing forwards, pass backwards. It doesn't need to be like that. If we actually utilise the actual players that we've got, i.e. like your Smith-Rowes, your Sakas, your Odegaards, Uber when he's on, we need to actually utilise these players and actually bang them in the box and just actually get these little cheeky little goals. And we're actually capable of doing that, but we're too busy passing it sideways every game or passing it backwards. Yes, we play out from the back now. I still don't like that we actually do that. To be honest, I think it's actually bullshit. But I think we honestly need to sort of just get the players that we've got in the front line and actually just ping it in the box. Do you know what I mean? These crosses that come in every week. We've got no one who can actually knock the ball in with their head. Do you know what I mean? We haven't got that sort of player. We haven't got somebody who can sort of bang it on their chest or knock it down to someone who's on the edge of the box. We just literally need to actually just get it actually into the box and just bang it in every game. But great performance today. North London's red, and that's the way I see it.
Go on,
Spurs
Deji.
lads. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I can go. Yeah,
They're still
without saying-
heartbroken. I can see it in their eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, let me take it in.
I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way whatsoever, but I think, North London, Arsenal got the result today because Tottenham was poor. I wouldn't actually say you guys played that well, to be fair. It was an average,
come
it was
on.
an average performance
Come on.
from Arsenal, but Tottenham
Come
was
on.
so
Listen, let him have
poor.
his moment. Let him have his moment.
Tottenham was so poor that it looked like you played
As
well.
always.
Look, any game where Cedric can look like Dani Alves, then you know you got problems. And at moments when Tierney ran past Doherty, I thought I was looking at Roberto Carlos. I had to rub my eyes a couple of times. So definitely we got some problems there. But look, it was very clear today that Jose needs to come out. That's all I could say. If you can't motivate, doesn't matter how bad your season's going. If you can't motivate the players to play in a North London derby, even if we were in the top 4, you deserve to get out. I don't care.
Deji,
Jose,
this ain't even a strong Arsenal team, especially on paper. This is what kills me. It's not. No, come on. I'm used to Arsenal A-list players, and you've got so many C, D players, and I'm like, what the hell?
I'll be looking at.
No, seriously, no. I'm actually being dead serious. I'm on Vieira. This team should not be doing.
Cedric, I wouldn't take your back line. I wouldn't take your midfield.
I wouldn't take no one.
Take Lacazette.
Okay, you're going too far.
That's
you're
what's
going too
more
far.
Aubameyang only.
That is your
You would
worst
take
in
KT.
years.
Would you take KT?
Kieran Tierney.
The only player I'd take from Spurs is probably Kane, and he's one of those anyway.
Son.
Probably Kane. Probably Kane.
Nah, to be fair, that your team is not great, and it shows the league position. If we're being real, and Arsenal's expectations have dropped, but today you made Mourinho look so poor. It's unreal. I'm prepared to lose all the rest of the games. He just needs to go. He needs to go. You can't have our players attacking players that we've got, and you've got them sitting back. What's the point? Guys,
I'm not gonna lie. I've been affected by the global pandemic, but Mourinho's so bad that I'm prepared to do the job for free. Like I'm not even joking. I'm prepared to do the job for absolutely no money whatsoever, just to get that guy out because he ain't got a clue.
Nah, he's dead. He needs to go, man. He needs.
You know what? I've got a question. I've got a question for the Spurs guys, right? I want to know. Okay, just say you don't win, no trophies this year. Would you be happy? I mean, and would you send Kane off to another club with all your blessings?
I don't think he will go this season. So I'll tell you why. He wants the Jimmy Greaves record.
So hold on. So your best striker in the world just wants a record, but he doesn't want the trophies anywhere else.
Let me
It's
be
not
real.
trophies, but I still think he wants that record. I think he'll give it one more season.
He ain't
Kane
getting no
is a
trophies
Spurs
with
man,
Spurs, is
but
he?
I will happily do a Viking religious ritual where I get a boat and I put little flowers around it and I'll light the flame. See you, Kane. If Jose stays, then I'm happy to give a nice little send off to Kane. But to be fair, if we don't win even the McDonald's Cup, he should go because he is a class striker and he's got to start thinking about himself. This is Levy's fault. Bringing in Jose's on 15 mil. 15 mil a season.
Yeah, 15 million.
Rubbish.
Question for the Spurs guys.
You
regretting getting rid of you regretting
100%. You don't need to finish what you need to say. 100%. I argue with Spurs fans regularly in groups. I'm in a battle with one now, and they're cussing me saying, "Oh, it's not Mourinho's fault we lost." How is it not?
I still don't get that. I still don't get that second. That was
no, but they're saying we've got the best front three. So how we not attacking? I'm like, are you mad? Did you watch the game where we were positioned on the pitch? Are the players wanting to sit back? It's I told you this. I haven't argued with Spurs fans as much as this year in about 7 or 8 years. This year is just like
from when you've got Justin Timberlake as your right back, you got problems, and that's all I'm. Justin Timberlake as your right back.
You know what? That's the thing. I still don't get the reason why Poch was sacked. I mean, what was the reason? The guy got you to a Champions League final. You're supposed to be backing him, but I don't get the reason why. He showed you the quality over the time he's been there. You know what he's about, but you know it still baffles me to think how you let Poch go. Do you know that?
He still won a trophy with PSG now, though, isn't he?
That's true. No, but he still had like points. Poch should still be there.
He should. I agree.
He should be there.
He should be there.
Shocking the way.
Let's be real. We've put too much emphasis on the McDonald's Cup. That's the problem.
I don't even care.
Nobody cares about the Carabao Cup. I agree.
No. Deji, you're wrong. Deji, you're wrong.
Nah. I think a lot of people do.
Mourinho does, definitely.
Sam, from who does the Spurs pod on here, and a few other fans would win that cup and finish 10th or 11th. I'm like, what?
FC won the Pizza Cup.
How do you want to? Oh my!
I can't even argue with each other now, though.
Between the McDonald's Cup and the cup Salford FC won yesterday. Yeah, one's a
Papa John's.
One's some fries.
I'm watching Brentford from now on. They play better.
Super Bees, let's go. Okay. On that note, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Good chat, Spurs boys. Unlucky, commiserations.
It's all right, we're still above you, though. We're still above you.
4 points soon come.
4 points. 4 points.
Have a good one, everybody. Take care.
Take care,
man.
See you later.